Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, Thrivers. Heather here, and doors are open. We have opened our doors for our live path course. We have just opened them today, and guess what? Over half are gone already. See, yesterday we gave out the early bird list to those who had opted in to get on our waiting list, our red carpet list. And so we sent out that secret link, a secret email to people on that list. And within just a few hours, already half of our spots are gone. So I want to say a huge high thrive to the 63 incredible souls that have decided to take action to get their spouse back home, get their spouse back in love with them. And this is going to be incredible, really, really great things for you. So again, here's my virtual high thrive. It's so corny. I love it. And if you can see, my girls picked my party makeup today. It's lots of glitter. I know you don't care about my makeup, but I thought it was kind of cool. Lots of glitter to celebrate today, the opening of our Big Path Live course launch. So I will post the link here if you haven't yet seen it so that you have the opportunity to join. Like I said, 63 spots are already taken out of the 100, and we are capping it at 100. So once they're gone, they're gone. It's going to be first come, first serve. So what does this have to do with you? What does this have to do with saving your marriage? Hello, I can see some of your comments. Hello. Thank you for coming and thank you for joining. And congratulations to everyone who's joined our live path course again. Why this is so important is that we discovered that there's been a missing element, a missing piece in the equation of when a spouse is pulling away, when they're pushing for divorce, when there's separation, or when there's just distance or tension. Maybe they've fallen in love with someone else. Maybe they just say, I'm done. And they're completely checked out. In the process, we've discovered that there was a missing piece. And this missing piece is something else that no one else is talking about. It's uncovering the story, the narrative of why they're leaving. Because as long as they're stuck in their story, what happens? You guys know, if you've been following us, you know what happens. They will continue to justify their reasons for leaving. And no matter what kind of positive changes we make, they won't see it. They're going to stay stuck in their story, and that's their protection. It's their shield. It's protecting them from pain. Awesome. I see someone signed up yesterday. Congratulations and high thrive. Very cool. And so we need to understand that that story is what we need to address, and that making positive changes alone is not enough. Beyond that, this program, yes, it's about getting your spouse back. Yes, it's about getting your spouse back in love with you, back at home, back in your arms, back in your bed, back in your life, back with your family. But even more importantly, the bigger picture, what this is really about is becoming the best versions of ourselves so that we can live a life of absolute peace and no regrets. And that's what it's really about. And I was talking with my son last night. Sorry, my voice is getting a little hoarse. And he's 11 years old. Okay, his name is Chance. And he came down as I was trying to watch a show to kind of decompress after all the work from our pre-launch. And I was watching When Calls the Midwife. That's my favorite right now. Guilty pleasure. All right. So he came down and sat with me on the couch, and he was saying, Mom, I wish I could just get a break. And I could see he was upset. And I said, Chance, what's going on? What do you mean? Why do you want a break? I asked that golden question. What do you mean? And he said, these hard challenges just keep happening in my life. He and his older brother had a big fight earlier in the evening, got physical, never fun. Interrupted my plans for rest and relaxation, but it was what it was. And so he was upset about that. And he was upset about his gym teacher. He told me had embarrassed him in front of the entire class and another class that was in the gym as well, because he couldn't do 40 push-ups. He's tall and skinny and lanky and amazing, but not very athletic. And so he couldn't do the 40 push-ups. And his gym teacher literally called him out in front of everyone and humiliated him for not being able to do 40 push-ups and told him that he was going to have health challenges later in his life. Now, I teach my children, you can solve your own problems. You can solve your own problems. So I'm not going to go all like crazy mama bear on the gym teacher. It's okay, because I know, and what I want to help you understand as well is that challenges, they come for a reason, and they come to teach us. Becoming the best version of ourselves doesn't mean we live a life without challenges. Having the best marriage ever, like a freaking marriage, like that's so thriving, it's just incredible, it's delicious and so much fun. It's not without challenges. It's not perfect. That is what life is about. It's not about perfection, and it's not about the removal of those challenges. And I was so grateful that I'm in a place now in my life, and I've been able to help others as well to get to this place where I could tell my son, I understand that you want to break, but that's not what it's about. Every day I told him, I personally say, this is my personal mantra, whatever you want to call it, my brain tattoo, as Robin Sharma calls it, I am stronger than any challenge. I am stronger than any challenge. Today I was running 3 miles on the treadmill, and the 3 miles sucked and it was hard at the end. And I was like, I am stronger than any challenge. And I just say it over and over and over again. I am stronger than any challenge. Bring it on. The challenges, they hurt. Growth mode hurts. I'm in growth mode right now personally. It's not fun. It hurts. It hurts to get outside of your comfort zone. It's painful. There are growing pains, but bring it on, because that is what life is about. And my marriage has challenges. It's not perfect, but it is incredible. And those challenges make us stronger. So know that you are greater than any challenge in your life. It's not about getting a break. It's not about the challenges going away, but it's about embracing them. I love it when my mentor explained it this way. Thanks. Awesome. So cool. I hope you have a great day too. Thank you. My mentor explained it to me this way. You know, sometimes we hear, especially women, but everyone, that we need to have balance in life, right? Like we have to have everything perfectly balanced. We have to balance home and work and family and marriage and money and health and all of these different things. And she was explaining that balance, imagine life like a teeter-totter, okay? If life were perfectly balanced and every element were perfectly balanced, it would be boring. No one wants to be on a teeter-totter that's completely level. That takes the fun out of it. That takes the enjoyment and the challenge and the thrill out of it. No, it's not about balance at all. It's about going with the ups and downs, because sometimes this side's going to be up and this side's going to be down. And then again, it's going to switch and this side's going to be up and this side's going to be down. For me right now, business is up. We're helping save so many marriages. My sons are kind of struggling. They're fighting and they're having a lot of tension. That side of my life is down right now. It is. And so eventually that will change, right? And it will have its ebbs and flows. And so we go with the waves of life, and we find security within ourselves. We find peace within ourselves. We become, like Bruce Fox says, I says all the time because I just love what he said, a rock of a man is what he called it, a rock of a woman, that no matter what happens around me, I am calm, I am safe, and I find peace and security and true unconditional love inside myself. And when I find it inside myself, I can be happy, I can have peace, I can have security regardless of the external circumstances. And I can allow myself to receive and to give love and happiness and joy more freely. That's what we want to get you to. That's what this is about. So again, congratulations on those that have chose to join the program. You 63 awesome souls. In fact, I'm sure it's more even as I'm talking right now. The spots are filling up so fast. I just want to leave with some final thoughts here from some of our recent clients that have learned this as well, that we embrace our challenges because they are there to teach us, to move us, to get us out of our comfort zone and help us to expand as a person. And ideally, at the end of the day, it's all about becoming the very best version of ourselves. So I'm going to go over here to my video, and we can listen to them.
So I had a conversation with my husband, and it was very uneventful. We ended on good terms. He's very loving and nice with me and everything. So that's pretty great. Yeah. Even though we had a serious conversation, unlike the last time, it kind of turned another way. So I'm grateful for that, and I think that's a big win. The biggest thing for me is just I've only been doing this for just a little bit. But the biggest thing is, I think, getting myself to a different place. Because for so long, I think I was so stuck on things I couldn't control. And now I'm knowing that I can just control myself and what is going on with me, so that, you know, hopefully I'm portraying myself differently. And I think the biggest thing with that is having to do, like, with our kids. It hasn't really changed much with my husband's relationship, but I know it's helping with my kids, because obviously they're feeling kind of the negativity going on, and so at least that's helping. Some things happened that were really good. My husband and I had a very, very good conversation the other night. We actually connected. He not admitted, but kind of we talked about our future a lot, and referred a lot to what we plan to do together, filling our dreams and things like that. So that was really, really good, and his desire to do that.
All right, so what do you think allowed for that great conversation to happen?
One of the things that he mentioned is he said that he had noticed that I really want to make things work and have been there, and he's seen that in my actions, and that makes him feel that he wants to give it a chance. He said that, you know, he even said that he's looking to not for me to change, but for him to change.
I mean, that's a huge thing for him to say.
That is very, very huge. He said a lot of things that are huge. Yeah, that was super huge. So he said a lot of positive things and talked about, you know, possibly loving me unconditionally and working on that. Mm-hmm. He really opened up and said a lot of things like that actually caught me by surprise.
A win would be, I mean, the most obvious, I would say, is the other day, snow day on Monday, we started to get into a heated conversation, and I had realized it towards the end, and when I was about to say something, I got hung up on. But then I called back, and I kind of, like, you know, like what you said, I realized the mistakes, and I actually said that out and open to her. This is what happens all the time. This is why we can't communicate. Let's take a step back. If you want to take some time, gather your thoughts. We'll come back to this. And it kind of like took the edge off. And then after that, I was actually allowed to go to her house to see my daughter's sled. And as she was leaving to go to work, I gave her a hug and I said, look, I'm sorry. Let's see if we can calm down. And a tear came down her cheek and she hugged me back and she left and went to work.
So, like I said, it was our anniversary and he didn't want to exchange gifts, but he gave me this card. And it was like a blank card, and inside of it, he just wrote that things have not been perfect, but things have been really good lately, and that he appreciated me giving him time and space to figure himself out, and appreciated how understanding that I have been, and the changes that he has seen in me. He's liking, and just wrote like "I love you," and that was it.
Hey, mine really isn't a question. I guess wanted to post or say some wins and just say that y'all have really helped me, like, with my mindset and be a lot more positives. And I've had some positive interactions the last 2 days with my husband. So just some positivity. Definitely still wish, you know, he wasn't going through with, you know, the divorce and everything, but at least we are having some interactions, and it almost kind of seemed like for a couple of moments, it's like we were back to what we were before. And so I was like, okay, this is what those positive interactions are. When I set that boundary of not engaging with him, like you said, when he's kind of like disrespectful or something, and I, you know, said, you know, I'm happy to talk to you just when we can both be calm and respectful. And when he kind of, you know, gets a little snarky through text or whatever, I don't respond. That seemed to really help.
I went to a Bob Seger concert last night with my wife. Her name's Katie. And it was a 2-hour drive there and a 2-hour drive back. And we got a lot of time to talk. Did some different questions to kind of get through the drive. The questions there were mostly fun and entertaining questions. Like, who was your most influential teacher and stuff like that. And then on the drive home, we got into some much deeper questions. She kind of led that charge. So I feel that's a really big win, because 3 months ago, she was not interested in working at all on us. So,
What do you think happened there then kind of made these conversations easier or possible, or even getting to a concert with her?
Yeah, so before I came to the High Thrive coaching, I actually, I didn't use any system, but I did a 180-degree flip on my person. I was in a deep state of depression in October. I had suicidal thoughts. I was the second heaviest I'd ever been in my life. I mean, I was about as bad a shape as I've ever been in my life, and I know that was a driving force in the negativity in our marriage. I didn't have a good relationship with my wife's family, and now I talk to her mom more than she talks to her mom. So she even has pointed out, after counseling last week, she said to me that I've been the perfect husband the last 2 months, which is really cool to hear.
All right, so let me just try to pause this over here. This is what we do live. But what I really want to have us all sink in here. Oh, no, I'm not. There we are. Hello, I'm back. What I really want to have us sink in here is that this is so much bigger than us. It really is. We get so caught up in our own pain. We get so caught up in our own challenges, just like my sweet 11-year-old son, Chance, last night, that we can't see the bigger picture. And what I really want to encourage us to do is take that 30,000-foot view of the situation. This is not only affecting us and our spouse, but it is affecting our children, our parents, our friends, our siblings, on and on and on. And that the decisions that we make affect generations of time. Generations of time. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to know that we lived our life with no regrets, that we gave these sacred relationships that we have everything that we have. Like Leah said yesterday in her video testimonial there, her sharing her story, is that it feels amazing to know I get to spend the rest of my life with the love of my life. But even then, it's even more amazing to know that I became the very best version of myself. So again, we had 63 people already join our Life Path course. I put the thing here. I don't know if you can see the URL. I'll post it in the comments when I'm done here. You can go ahead and click that. We have 100 spots open. So they are going fast. But my heart, my love, my appreciation go out to you. May this day be a day of healing. May it be a day of forgiveness. May it be a day of joy and of peace in your life, and be a day that truly moves you forward to where you want to be. My heart, my love, my gratitude go out to you. Let's have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.